Hello everyone, welcome back, and this is part 2 of a POV beach sunset walk. If you've seen part 1, it didn't quite go to plan, so the light didn't really happen, it got really cloudy, really dull, and it didn't make for a great sunset. So here we are, trying part 2. I'm really hoping for some good light this evening because it's much nicer conditions. It's very windy, so I'm not really sure how this is going to sound. I really hope that it sounds okay. So like I said last time, the sunset light didn't really happen, so it kind of forces you to look a little deeper in the scene and see what you can photograph and how you can photograph it. So it forced me to look a little bit deeper and find some more mindful photography moments. So check out that video if you haven't seen it already, and hopefully part 2 today will be a different spin on catching some great light at sunset, so fingers crossed. So I've come out with the same kit as last time, so I'm travelling fairly light today with the Fujifilm X-T5, the 16 to 80mm lens, a sling bag, my GoPro Hero 13 and my chesty, so I can get those POV shots again. And also of course this mic, and I'm really hoping that it's good for the wind because it's very windy today, like I say. And also in my kit bag I've got my Tiffin lens filters. So today I've got the circular polarizer and the glimmer glass. They're both magnetic, so they're super easy to use, and I really like the effect of using them out at sunset. So let's see how this goes. So right away, even before starting shooting and just observing the moment and the conditions and what's happening around me, it already feels more promising than the other day. We've got some nice blue skies, but some white puffy clouds as well, so hopefully something to bounce the light off and give us a good sunset glow. But as is the game, as it was last time, you just don't know how it's going to go, so let's get going and see what we can capture. So I've taken a few shots already, but we've still got a couple of hours till sunset, so I'm just taking my time, just really enjoying the moment. I just love being at the beach, and there's something so freeing about it, and just hearing the ocean, the gulls overhead, just the peace of it. It's just absolutely beautiful. And for me, beach photography is all about noticing those quiet moments. So whether I am at the shoreline with my tripod or, you know, chasing the light through these beach huts here, there's always something special to capture. And the way the water moves around at the shoreline as well, honestly, every movement is so different. I think I spend half my time just watching and observing as opposed to actually taking the photos. Or on the other hand, I could be stood there and end up taking 50 photos of the same thing as the water moves around. So it's finding that balance between just being in the moment and observing, and maybe being more intentional with your photographs as opposed to firing off 100 shots that you need to go through when you get home and they're all very similar or none of them really stand out. So yeah, it's really seeking out the beauty within that and finding what works for you. And also, I'm very conscious that I'm at the same location as the last video, because the last video the sunset didn't go to plan, so my intention was to come to the same place and have another go at it. So I don't want to be shooting the same things again. So that's half the trouble, is seeking out new compositions. So I'm going to take my time with it anyway, and I'm just going to relax for a bit and wait for the sun to drop a little lower and then start chasing the light. So the sun's finally dropping and we're heading into golden hour very soon. So I just wanted to take a moment to collect my thoughts, to think about what I want to achieve from sunset. Because if I was stood in one place on a tripod, ready for my composition, ready for the light to drop, you're prepared and there's no running around, rushing around for the shot. So shooting handheld can be slightly different because you're reacting to the light, and I know this place really well, so I know what I want to achieve. So I'm going to head down along the beach huts in a minute and wait for some golden light to come through. Hopefully it will come through the edges of the beach huts, through the windows of the beach huts, and I'm really hoping to get some really nice golden light. So I'm going to stop talking for now. I'm going to put the GoPro back on, so I'll share my view of sunset with you, and hopefully we can just let the photos do the talking. sun's just dipped below the horizon and the light's fading pretty fast. I've been running around getting some lovely photographs, and yeah, it's been a successful evening. So I'm really happy with how part 2 went, and yeah, I hope you've enjoyed it. If you've enjoyed it, please subscribe, please like, please comment, let me know what you think, or anything you'd like to see in future videos. And I hope you've enjoyed this slower, more mindful approach and just chasing the light and see where it takes you. But yeah, thanks for watching, guys. See you in the next one.